One of the biggest things that is going to help your cold email script writing is writing one-to-one messages at scale. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ryan Bride, and I run an outbound agency called Breakout. We help B2B companies across 25 plus different industries grow their sales pipelines through outbound. When I say one-to-one messaging at scale, I actually don't mean using Clay or using a whole bunch of fancy AI personalization stuff. I think that does help, of course. But when I say one-to-one messaging at scale, the main thing that really was a breakthrough for myself, for my team, when we were writing campaigns, and I have a few campaigns here for some clients of ours that I'll talk about in a sec, but it's the idea of writing a message directly to one person, right? When we are loading up email sequencers and big lists and things like that, obviously these are messages that are going off to usually thousands of people at a time. But I think when you're coming up with scripts and you really want something to resonate with a certain audience, a really good frame to have in mind is, if I was writing this to just a one singular person, right? One person on my list, what am I saying? What does that messaging look like? And yes, a lot of that does come with personalizing it and using a whole bunch of stuff in Clay, but I think there's a layer further that takes a look at, if I was the person on the other end, what would make me open this message, or what would make me respond to this message, or what would actually get me interested? That is different than, a 4-sentence thing that says, "Hey, John, we do this. Here's a case study. Are you interested?" Right? Like, how can we go a layer deeper than that? To provide a bit of an example, I'll just touch on a few of these campaigns here. This first one on the right here, we did 17 leads on about 3,500 sends. Pretty solid, pretty solid. But this campaign was really weird, right? So we have this client of ours, and this campaign is targeted to companies that are in the city of our client. So it's very like local based, right? And if you saw the messaging that we used in this, it's super weird. It's super weird. And I intentionally did this. Like, I think the first line, I say something like, "Hey, John, how long have you been in city? I swear I've recognized your name before, blah blah blah," and I'm adding like "ha ha" as text. It looks really, you could almost say, like, unprofessional, but the things that we touch on are extremely localized and specific to people of that city. And so it's done pretty well in terms of people being interested. Even the people that aren't interested are responding, and they're like, "Hey, so and so, like, thanks for the message. Not for us right now, but I really appreciate the reach out." And we're building a lot of goodwill with this. All because the message is very, very one to one. And I don't even think we use anything in Play for this. This one here, where we just launched this, I think like 2 days ago. And we have 6 leads on like 400 cents, which is solid. We took a bit of a different approach to this, where it's very focused on Clay, and we did a lot of background scraping on their company. But again, we're coming into this idea of like, hey, yes, our list is big. Yes, we have thousands of people that this is going to, but how can we make this as one-to-one as possible? Because when you speak one-to-one to a prospect on their needs, on the problems, on things that they are going through, and they're on the other end, and they can get that feeling of, holy shit, like, Ryan knows exactly what I'm going through. Ryan knows, or John knows, wow, he talked about that problem that we're having with our supply chain perfectly. Like, holy shit, right? And that is when you really get the magic that comes with outbound, is when you can, do the research beforehand. You can make the personalization correct. You can really, really hit and drive home those pain points or things that these people are going through. And that's when you can get campaign results that look like this, and they're very, very solid. Is just thinking about writing your messages one to one. I know it's a small thing. I just thought this would be helpful. So yeah, that's all that I have for you guys today. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do it all. You're the best. I love you. Peace.